Hello all, hope you are having a good day. I was finally able to get to rank 19 with my Seeker play and able to pick up that rank chest as well. In terms of my tech, I think a big sort of step forward which I did was opening up 6 ER. I did get 2 rank chests from rank 17 and 18, so got the 40 extra keys when I was able to use the Seekers. And then just now I was able to get rank 19, so I got those extra keys as well. And I do have 2 chests to open up, which I think I've done the battles. Yes, if I remember correctly. I'll get these out of the way too. And then that should help me get closer to my end goal of heavy choppers. So I'll unlock shock launcher, and I'll be 1 key short for unlocking critters. And this has been the case probably because I did start off the season quite poorly. I collected the first 4 chests in iron, which means obviously I'm a deficit of 8 keys, which does keep impacting my overall unlocks. But it is what it is. Nothing to be too concerned about. It will happen when it happens. I'll upgrade the shock launcher a bit as well, probably to take 4 to get 2 of them. Then I do have some tokens which I can use to probably max out barrage, or maybe even bullet if I want to do that, or maybe I could just keep on saving. And I could max rocket launchers, which are not doing much, but it would give an extra building on my base. And as you can see, my base is quite light. So let me just add the shock launcher at least. That should be 1 extra building. And then probably around over here, maybe another extra building for people to kill through. Oh, I still have to upgrade my boom mine, so maybe I should use those tokens to upgrade the boom mines too. But let's see. I think while we're on the tech tree too, I think I'll just make my way to rock choppers. I'm 1 key short over here. I don't know how many keys this was, but probably 30 plus. And then 42. So it will probably not happen tomorrow because I'll only get 60 keys unless I can pick up a rank chest, which is very tough at the moment. Not because of the hits, but because of seekers and no IT. So I'll probably be looking to pick up heavy choppers on Friday morning, my time. And the problem with seekers, as you guys can guess, is the number of reserves that we have. So it's only 139, which means that if I do 2 seeker hits, I will lose close to around 110, 120, depending upon how many seekers I have left at the end of the hit. And there are very, very few which are really left. As I do not really have the smoke, I do not have the extra troop health, I do not have the extra GBE node. So trying to keep them alive is the challenge. And then yes, I have done the usual trick, which a few of you have also suggested, to beach my HQ in the hopes that someone will hit my base. But my VP is quite low, it's only 600, so I don't really get too many hits on my base. I do get a few, but it's okay. I mean, I still only try to log in when I do have time, because obviously there's no notification that your base has been hit. So even though it might help, but I just don't know when it happens, so it's not super useful either. But a bug anyways. In terms of the log, 1 draw, 3 losses against Falco. Well played, buddy. I tried RC hit on you. I should have probably just gone with Seekers, but oh well. Deuces and then Braylock. Let's start with the draw, 320. I will probably just keep it to 1x because the seeker hits are quite fast anyways, so no point trying to speed those up. And for me, essentially, this is all about just trying to keep bullet in front. And since this was an odd looking layout, I did with a 4-4 split. And then I used a couple of shocks for the left seekers on the Doom Cannon and a bunch of flamethrowers, machine guns, and so on. And then on the other side, obviously, it's just bullet taunt, so I don't really need to use a shock on that side. Bullet will do the job. And then I do try to keep bullet moving, plus use any of the other artillery which is left towards the end of the head. This hit was okay because I did have quite a lot of seekers left at the end of it, so not too bad. But there's a few where I do end up losing most of them. So 325. This was a 4ER, nice and easy. And I think I might have been running low on seekers, which is why I added a couple of Wood of Scorches too. And yeah, they might just help out with the mine clearing as well, so why not? Because at that stage, I don't think I had artillery, so I was just using well, I didn't have barrage, so I was just using artillery to clear out the shock mines, and it does get a bit expensive. And the whole aim is just to keep bullet moving, keep taunting, and I do run out of GB for that too, because I do have only the first GB node. So it's a challenge, but somehow luckily I'm able to manage the hits and at least get the base test down. Then against Commando, check. This is kind of like a common pattern that I'm seeing. Oops, I did a 2x by habit, so sorry about that. People are keeping these 5ER clusters. I don't know whether this was designed as an anti-seeker or maybe probably just like to become like a fizzle meta maybe at that point in time. But now people do have extra troop health, extra GBE. I'm guessing some people will also go down the bomber route. So I think these sort of layouts may probably not work unless you're really like fully beefed up, 100% DBD, and pretty much every single defense nodes and really, really good mine layout, which can't be cleared off quickly enough or easily enough. Then more of a spread 5 here, and in this one I'm again just using artillery and barrage to do a bit of mine clearing so that my seekers do not get interrupted while they are moving across the base from year to year. The critter launchers are annoying, but so far I don't think they are a bother, because I do not really have the heavies from the heavy choppers, so maybe that will be a problem later on, because then I wouldn't have as much power also in the seekers that I do end up using. Plus the split hits will become a bit difficult, but I do need to find a way to keep doing more than 2 hits at a time, because my seekers do run out of the reserves, and that's just what it is. Then another 5ER compactish, and I went a different route on this one. Instead of all from the right side, I actually went from the left side, and again just doing a bit of mine clearing. Maybe I could have done a barrage a bit better and it would have taken down a few of these buildings as well, but it's fine. The main goal was still just to get the shock mines out of the way, because they are the only things which will damage bullet by keeping it stuck and then not being able to taunt as it's moving forward. And then just letting the seekers do their job ER to ER. Just make sure that bullet can be in the middle, taunting all of the defenses that will be most harmful to seekers. And then the seekers will get it done with a few extra artillery to kill off the base. Then against Wolfman, 311. Oops, again by habit, 2x. So same similar 5ER layouts with max RLs. I think this player even had the 100 DBD maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, if he has max RLs, it does make sense for him to have 100 DBD. But in this one, I did drop my seekers slightly early, so a bit annoyed with that. I should have kept bullet moving forward and shocked the shock blaster also slightly early so that bullet doesn't get stuck. But then the rest of it is essentially just bullet taunting the world, the Seekers taking down the ERs, and then using some shocks on the back defenses so that they don't do splash damage on the Seekers. I was running really low on Seekers at this one, so I had to do the extra artillery to get it done, but in the end, decent amount of time. And then for my boss fight, I got a rank 19 player, which I was able to D-rank. Similar-ish sort of a hit. Again, using barrage. I generally end up using 3 barrage, I think, and then probably like 2 or 3 artillery, depending upon what I think is still left over. I do miss shock mines, and it's fine, because at the end of the day, I'm not being super careful right now. I'm just trusting on the brute strength and force of Seekers, and even though a bunch get shocked over here and they're just getting roasted, the ones which are alive, they are getting the job done up top. And then Bullet is doing a fine job keeping the world taunted. Then I just use a shock for the back defenses so that they are not killing off my Seekers, while Bullet is a bit in front. Then again, Seekers really low on health on this one, which is not really good for a non-IT player, but got the base done, and we have some competition going on between Seekers and Critters as well. Always fun to see that. And in terms of showing any live hits, guys, I can't really because I am out of Seekers. I'm just waiting on my reserves to reload, and they do take a bit of time. Which probably does coincide with just collection time. I've done all the tricks, beaching my HQ and everything else, but obviously I don't really get any notification when I do get hit, so I don't really know whether my troops get reloaded or not. But it is what it is. I'm slowly and steadily making my way forward. And even, I think, like with gold and non-IT, I will be able to get to ITSEs probably by Friday morning, because I am a key shot on Critters, and that has been the case for me all season, a key shot on pretty much every single tech. This one probably won't be 30-40 keys, so probably won't be able to, yeah, I'll be able to get that tomorrow morning maybe. And then the heavy choppers will be 2+ chest as well. So yeah, Friday morning looks like it. And then we see what happens after that, whether I keep on continuing forward to 7ER, whether I try to get into diamond, because as you guys know, my defenses are nothing. I haven't even maxed out my boom mines yet. I do have the tokens left now, but I do need to consider what to max out or what to even like pick if I need to pick anything. Max RLs could be nice, 1 extra building on the base. I don't really know whether they help that much though, because obviously against Seeker hits, they won't be helping too much, but if it helps against the bomber players, against the rocket chopper players, that might be a sound investment. But to be honest, I think it's going to be a toss-up between Bullet, maxing him out and keeping him alive for a bit longer, or Barrage and maxing it out, and maybe opening up options for barting out an ER as well, instead of just doing mines. But I think I will still need to clear mines, because they are not going to get cleared off by themselves. So maybe Bullet is probably the better option, but let's see. I have plenty of time before Seekers are reloaded, before I even need to worry about it. So I'll close this video at that point. But hope you all are having a good day and a successful season 47. Have a great day, evening, or night, wherever you are.